Health officials in Gaza say at least 45 people are dead after an Israeli airstrike on a tent camp in Rafah. Israel's military launched the attack after it intercepted rockets fired by Hamas into Israel over the weekend. Israel says 2 senior Hamas officials were killed in the attack on Rafah. But the strike also triggered a massive fire, engulfing numerous tents and structures, reportedly killing people who were already displaced by the ongoing war. France says it is outraged by the attack, while Qatar says it could complicate ceasefire talks between Hamas and Israel.
قاعدين في امان الله عبر الدار فجأة سمعنا صوت صاروخ جينا هين نجري لقينا الشارع طيقه مش شايفين ولا حاجه المهم كيف ما تعرف دخلنا في الدار ما لقيناش في احد طلعنا فوق الحيطه لقينا مرة بنت وكلب مقطعين تقطيع
ברפיח כבר פינינו כמיליון תושבים בלתי מעורבים. ולמרות המאמץ העליון שלנו שלא לפגוע בבלתי מעורבים, קרתה לצערנו אמש תקלה טרגית. אנחנו חוקרים את המקרה, אנחנו נסיק את המסקנות, כי זו המדיניות שלנו. כל בלתי מעורב שנפגע זה טרגדיה. אצל חמאס זו אסטרטגיה. זה כל ההבדל. והבטחתי להם שאני לא ארפה מן המאמץ להשאיר את כולם הביתה, את החיים ואת החללים, עד האחרון שבהם. אני אמשיך להילחם עד שנניף את דגל הניצחון.
Yesterday, Hamas terrorists fired 8 rockets from Rafah towards central Israeli cities. Had the Iron Dome not intercepted them, they could have caused mass casualties. The rockets were fired 800 meters away from IDF troops operating in the area. As the IDF troops approached, Hamas fired from within their civilian population, between a mosque and a school. We struck and destroyed the launcher shortly after the launch. This is Hamas's method of carrying out terrorist activities under the cover of their own civilian population against the civilians of the State of Israel. A double war crime.
وكلما تأخر نتنياهو وداعموه عن الالتزام بهذا الاستحقاق كلما فقد المزيد من أسراه حياتهم على يد جيشهم بالقصف الصهيوني وبالصواريخ الأمريكية. وإن استمرار التهرب والمماطلة واستمرار القصف والعدوان يعني أن أسراهم قد لا يعودون إلا جثثا وربما لا يعودون أبدا.
It's difficult to find the words to describe the horror of what's going on in Rafah. Women and children were burned alive in tents. They were told they were in a safe zone, in a refugee encampment, yet they were burned alive. What will it take for this liberal government to send a message to Netanyahu that what has happened is inexcusable? What will it take for this government to take actions to prevent this genocide from happening?
The Honourable Minister for Foreign Affairs.
Mr. Speaker, even in times of wars, there are rules. And the images coming out of Rafah are horrific, heartbreaking. Our position has been clear on Rafah, and we've been saying it now for weeks. Palestinian civilians do not have any safe space to go. The killing of innocent civilians is completely unacceptable, and the decisions of the International Court of Justice are binding. The level of human suffering is catastrophic, and that's why, Mr. Speaker, we need an immediate ceasefire.
And I condemn the violence of yesterday, the rockets that were struck at Tel Aviv, and the heinous attack on the Rafah tent refugee camp last evening, where again innocent children and civilians were killed, again in violation of the International Court of Justice and its instructions to Israel to cease the bombardment of Rafah.
I condemn this in the stronger terms. It proves that there is no safe place in Gaza. And these attacks take place immediately after the International Court of Justice ordered it to stop all military activities in Gaza.